Hey, it's been a very hard time since Thursday when I heard Charlie Kirk's news. And I'm actually traveling at the moment. I'm in Dubai. And it's so strange that when I knew the news, I just couldn't stop crying and last for a very long time. And every now and then, I just start to grieve. And then I realized that I'm not the only one. There's so many people who are actually doing the same thing. And the words that come into my mind and thoughts, when I look at the social medias, there are so many people who are thinking the same. Isn't that crazy? I'm here to share some thoughts because I believe there are many people who are posting a lot of videos nowadays on social media, which I'm really touched, particularly when I see people globally, they are honoring Charlie. So beautiful, amazing. And so also seeing so many people got saved, give their life to Christ. That is amazing. But I want to share something that many people didn't touch, and I believe they are quite significant during this hard time for all of us. So the number one thing I want to share, by watching those videos on social media, just kept me more and more like dwelling in that. I didn't even come out. I just want to know more. I just want to know what's happening to his family. And then there's this guy talking about before Charlie died, what's happening and everything. And it started to be like so overwhelming. And I start to worry about something, because when I read the news about when they find out who actually killed Charlie, there's this young kid, and then one of this young kid's classmates shared this video. He said something about this guy. He said he just had too much social media, and he's so worried about how people think about him, how he wants to make others happy, that kind of stuff. It made me pause and think, this is really dangerous. This is just an iceberg. We are living in a looking like very peaceful time on the surface. When I say peaceful, it's like we're not really living in a wartime like 100 years ago, there's always wars. But this war is actually way more worse than those just actual wars. There's spiritual wars, there's those brainwashing stuff. And I wanted to remind all of you, I'm a mom, I have kids, and I want you to remember that. Number one thing, you need to be aware of the danger of social media. Not just the kids, ourselves. Honestly, I couldn't even do much in the last few days until last night. After, I'm pretty sure 6 or 7 p.m., it was Saturday, I blocked myself literally in the room, like put away my phone, because if I don't put my phone away, I could hardly concentrate on anything. I put it away and I start to do the thing, and it became so productive. But it's still very hard. Every now and then I want to look what's happening next. Oh, today someone talking about Charlie again. Yeah, and I cried again, keeps coming. And I love Charlie. I love people. And I know that how we feel, and his legacy will last forever. But then it reminded me about, if it's so hard for me to even get rid of the phone and not looking at social media, how about our kids? We're way more mature than them. I'm thankful that we don't give social media to our kids yet. And I don't even want them to have it. One day they will. They will learn what they need to learn. So my kids actually read more books than reading anything else, which is my dream. But I'm living this world. I need to switch on what's going on in this world. But if you are a parent, hear me clearly. This is a warning, a reminder that we need to protect our kids from online danger. because you don't know what they're looking. You don't know what they are brainwashed by something. As an entrepreneur, when I'm designing social media marketing, that's something I always feel it's hard for me to do so, because I don't want to just design something for someone to buy my product just because it's commercial. That's why I always got stuck there, because I learned how to persuade people, how to brainwash them and telling them how trustworthy we can be. But I don't want to do that. I want them to truly live a life that's less distractive, with true purpose, true happiness, bring true value to someone's lives. And protect our kids. Don't let them go to social media. If you can, don't give them the cell phone so early. Well, you might have done it already. It's never too late. You know what's crazy about parenting is we tend to be comfortable at the beginning, and then it will create this long-term tragedy and pain. That's why I always stand firm, to be firm at the beginning, to become the whatever they want to call me. My daughter called me sometimes, I hate you, don't give me this. Well, they don't say that all the time, but when they are mad, when anybody's mad, they can say anything. But I need to go through that. Once I stand firm, it will be easier later. They understand about the boundaries. It's not easy to set up the boundaries, but it is important to set it, because true love shouldn't have fear. If you really love your kids, you know what's the best for them. And the second thing I have reflected is be aware of these commercial things online. And through Charlie's case, I have seen people using that to get more views, whatever that is, and selling things. I just feel it's really disgraceful. I understand they need to do a living. Some of them didn't really intend to do that, but it definitely helps them with their commercial things. Here's a problem. Social media nowadays, not just social media, the whole world is designed because of commercial. Business, money, earning. I'm not against earning and become abundant. Actually, I believe that God wants us to be abundant. God even gave Adam and Eve gold when they were in the garden. They didn't need to do trading. But the problem is we are living in a world reflected from very long time ago, that when people start to build up this survival mode, that they need to build up things so that they can become richer, so they don't need to worry about or struggle about their life. It's all about self-centered. And in the last few months, I have been a bit quiet when it comes to building business, promotion stuff. We didn't do much promotion at all, because I am aligned with why we're doing what we do. Because I need to know that if the thing that we're doing is because we want to get more sales, close more deals, I just don't feel I want to do it. It's not about feeling, but it's more about a purpose. Unless when I'm creating something that I know is going to help people, even one person, to be transformed, that's where it brings me so much joy. So to conclude that, be aware of those commercial stuff. There's so many things going on the internet. You don't have to know everything. You have to live your own life. You have to focus on what you can do, what God has equipped you with, your gift, so that you can serve more people, bring more value, and bring more people to God. And the next thing that I think we need to be really aware is we have been so emotional, and there are so many people I've seen, they're crazy, they're so emotional. Well, sometimes I feel really happy to see that, because we are also emotional. We want someone to feel the same, mirror and matching. But we need to be very careful, because I got really emotional in the last few days. Like I said, I couldn't do much. But then I've seen people who are actually swearing. They've been finding people and wanted to ban this guy, that guy, keep trying to bring the justice, which is amazing. But we need to be very careful that what's the purpose behind it? Do we want to create more mess? Do we want to create more fights? Or we want to defend the peace, joy, and unity? I believe Charlie Kirk would love to bring unity. No matter how many people speak at him, be rude to him, be mad at him, he still remains more like Jesus. And I want to be like that. I want to remind you, my friend, when you're so emotional, let's become the mature Christians. Because sometimes, if we're not careful, being a Christian can either be ambassador of Christ or ruining the name of Christ. Because we are the walking, talking examples on earth. And I want to be like Jesus. If you are swearing, if you have this rage and all these things you want to bring up, just ask yourself and pray. Pray to God. What is this about? What's the purpose behind this? Should I do that? Is it helpful? Is it valuable? Is it something that Charlie would do? Is it something that Jesus would do? Pray for that. The next point is significant. You can see there's so many people who get so excited now. I'm going to follow Jesus. I'm going to join Christianity and everything. Then just after a while, you no longer read Bibles and you don't have enough knowledge and you start to preach these wrong messages and everything. It's not good. Like, I believe, even though I'm very familiar with Bible verses and everything, I'm very faithful. I'm a faithful servant. But remember, Charlie is not just a faithful servant. He's also knowledgeable. He reads a lot. You can tell from the way how he speaks. He shares all this history, knowledge that sometimes you never heard. You need to go to the book and find out. How about let's do this together. Let's promise to spend more time to understand about all this knowledge, to truly go excellence, to learn things that we can truly help to bring the truth, not just to feel good, not just to this moment, I just want to become a Christian and I just use this quote, this verse, and I want to use this verse to attack someone. We don't do that. And unfortunately, many people are doing that. So let's remember and don't forget, if we want to pick up Charlie's mic, we also need to honor him, to be more like him, to read more, to understand more, and to also stand on the other's point of view, knowing why they do what they do, and showing respect. Even it's a debate, even someone can be so rude on social media or comments. Let's all be more mature because we don't want to leave a bad legacy. Well, bad if it's not called legacy. We don't want to leave a bad influence. That's why there's so many influencers in the world, but not everything they say is right. I'm not always right. That's why I need to keep learning, growing, and finding the things that it can prove, especially the truth comes from the Bible. And don't forget, our mouth can either bring war or bring peace and truth. It's up to us how we want that happen. And Charlie did this legacy. If we want to do what he does, we don't just look at one element of him. The whole reason why so many people are touched by him is because he covers almost every element that we want to have, we need to have. Let us encourage our children to be like him, to do the right thing, to learn more, not being lazy, not just saying I want to learn, not just saying you want to change the world, but not just saying that you want to talk without back up with the verses, with the truth, with all the knowledge. And the next point I want to bring up is honor our church pastors. We are in this hard time. All the eyes are on Charlie's case, and the whole world is honoring him. But don't forget, you have heroes in your community, your pastors, your spiritual leaders. They are also speaking. They're still there in the war, in the battle for us, with us. We can't just turn our eyes to someone which we really love, which we really touched, and we know that it's going to lead up a lot of fire in us, but then we forgot what's happening around us and the journey ahead of us. They need more support. They need more love. They need us to be with them and to support them, to protect them, to love them. We need to be united, not separated, not divided. And did you realize that all our pastors on the stage, they are throwing their lives at risk every single day by following Jesus, by nurturing people? Because people are the most dangerous animals in the world. Well, we're not animals, we're human beings. But you understand what I'm saying? So let's honor our pastors. Let's support them more. Not just saying it. Action. Action speaks louder than words. If we only listen to the words from Bible and listen to what others are telling us that we know is the truth, but we don't do it, and then it's no use. Knowledge has no power without action. And let's replace hate with love. Whenever we do something, we need to think, what would Jesus do? When we do a behavior, when we post something online, when we say something that we hate someone, whatever, think about what Jesus will do. Because, again, be a follower of Jesus. We need to replace everything with love, with wisdom, with strength, with knowledge. But without love, then everything is meaningless. I say, who is this dude? Who are you? Why are you telling me what to do? I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm here to reflect what's going on now. And I believe these words, I need to say it to remind myself. And I believe some of you will take on board and to be reminded, to be warned that what are the true things we need to do, rather than being emotional and keep dwelling in what's happening right now. Let's all become the warriors of Christ and Charlie, that we can make this world a brighter place. Don't replace darkness with darkness. Let's repay it with love, grace, truth, wisdom, and let's be more like Charlie Kirk and be more like Jesus. God bless you.